be or not to be? That's the question. Well, I was in a real estate office on Friday, and I had a couple of realtors come up to me and ask me if I was going to change the name of my company. And as most of you know, the name of my company is notapennydown.com. Now, I thought I knew where they were going with it, and I thought I'd play along. So I said, no, why? And they said, well, you know you can't do zero down anymore. And I said, well, who told you that? And they said, well, we all read last year that the zero down was eliminated. And I said, well, what if that wasn't true? And he said, well, that would be great because we have several clients that would love to buy with zero down. So today I want to tell you that the zero down is still very much alive. The issue is it's not called a zero down anymore. Let me explain. It's called a flex down, and the lender gives you the 5%. So you still have to come up with 5% down, but the lender gives it to you. So in essence, it's a zero down, 100% financing. Let me explain. You purchase a home for $100,000, you write the offer, it's accepted. At closing, the lender's going to give you 5%, or in this example, $5,000. So you're not paying full value. You're only paying 95% of whatever your purchase price is because the lender's going to give you 5%. Now, in exchange for giving you the 5%, they charge you a slightly higher interest rate. You take a posted 5-year. So for example, today, a posted 5-year is about 5.49, whereas a discounted 5-year is just under 4%. So you're paying a little bit of a higher rate, but you're getting 5% free from the bank. Now, please understand, this program is highly reliant on credit and income because you're not putting any money down. So your credit score needs to be at least a 680, and depending on how much money you want to borrow, your income has to qualify. So if your credit's good and your income qualifies and everything works, you qualify for this program, but you must make sure you tell your realtor. And I'm going to explain why. When your realtor writes the offer, they have to try and negotiate a low deposit for you because you're not putting any money down, so you don't have any cash. So get them to try and negotiate as low a deposit as possible, and you can put it on your credit card or borrow it from somebody because you're going to get it back at closing. The other thing you have to remember is even though you don't need any money down, you still need to show that you have access to 1.5% of the purchase price. So for example, if you're buying for $100,000, you're going to need to show about $1,500 in the bank because you still need to cover closing costs, which are things like your legal costs, which are around $750, maybe an appraisal, maybe something else. You probably won't need it all, but if you're not a first-time buyer, you're going to have to pay property purchase transfer tax. So that's kind of why they want to see 1.5%. So if you qualify for all of this, call me today because I don't know how long this program is going to last, but it is a zero down. So anybody that's telling you there's no zero down really doesn't know. So for the right advice at the right time, notapennydown.com, or call me on my cell at 604-273-2002. And remember, my service is free. Why wouldn't you make the call? So make it a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.